We're going to look for a few minutes at the factors of production. The factors of production are inputs that are used to make outputs. So anything that a company produces is an output. That can be a service, it could be a product. And so you go to Walmart, you pick something up, you bring it home. That's an output from a business. To make those outputs, we need to have certain resources. And those resources are related to the factors of production. Factors of production are land, labor, capital, technology, and entrepreneurship. Land is where you place the business. So the actual building where you put the business, that's all part of the land. If you're a paper producing company, the trees that you cut down to manufacture the paper is part of the land. If you are a natural resource producing company, an energy company in the gas or oil industry, then that's all related to land. So anything that's associated with land and placement and getting those natural resources is going to be considered part of the land factor of production. Labor is the workforce, so that's the people working within the business. So people working within the business are working to produce outputs. Individuals or households provide labor to the business market, to the factor, what we would call the factor market or the job market. And then companies utilize that resource, that input, to create outputs. Capital is equipment. So any kind of equipment that an organization uses is capital. And those first three factors of production are represented by the letters N, L, and K. So land is N, labor is L, and capital is K. So if you're reading an economic textbook, you'll often see those, abbreviations, and then now you'll know what they represent. Those are the classical factors of production. However, there are other factors of production that have come along because of the evolution of business. One of those is technology. Anything that makes a business more efficient is technology. Now, let's go back to capital. What is a computer? Well, a computer, quite honestly, is a piece of equipment. How you use the computer is technology that makes the business more efficient. And so, anything that makes a business more efficient, but it doesn't have to be something that's physical. It could be a process. That's a form of technology. So anything that makes a business more efficient would come under technology. And then finally, we have entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is mixing the other factors of production together in ways not previously done so that we can create outputs. A really classic example of this would be Steve Jobs. And so think about what Steve Jobs did. Basically, we have this thing today, the iPhone, and the iPhone is the outgrowth of other products. Initially, Apple was a computer company. And then at some point, they cut a deal with the music industry and they created the iPod. So for a few years, they were an entertainment company. Then they decided we're going to go into the phone business. And they kind of smashed together a phone and an iPod and they created the iPhone. Every time they made that shift, they had to change the other inputs. Obviously, the people that helped them make computers really couldn't help them evolve into being a entertainment-based company. And the people that were specialists in making them an entertainment-based company really couldn't make them a cell phone company. So every time they made that shift, every time they wanted to do something new, they had to remix the factors of production. They had to change the people basically that they hired. And just the same, you wouldn't use the same plant necessarily or the same equipment to do that. You would have to change those things each time. So anytime you mix the factors in ways not previously done, we call that entrepreneurship. So together, these are the 5 factors of production: land, labor, capital, technology, and entrepreneurship.